Hey there, want to learn Figma but not sure where to start? This tutorial is for you. We're going to design a complete landing page in under 10 minutes, and along the way, I'll show you the core Figma tools every designer needs: auto layout, components, and styles. Here's the page we'll be creating today. It's for a fictional hiking boot company. It has everything a landing page should: a bold headline, product photos, brand colors, and a clear call to action. By the end, you'll know how to build this same layout yourself, step by step. So before we get started on our design, let's go over the Figma interface. So on your left, you have layers, and at the bottom are tools, and on the right are properties. Let's look at the toolbar in detail. The toolbar is your hub for interacting with and adding objects to the canvas. Here's an overview of some of the tools I use most and their shortcuts. The Move tool you'll go back to often. The shortcut is V. To quickly pan around your artboard, hit the spacebar and you'll get a hand tool. The other key I use most is Command Drag, which zooms in and out of the artboard. Next, the Frame tool for creating the building blocks of Figma. Its shortcut is F. Of the shape tools, I use the rectangle the most. That's R. The Text tool shortcut is T. The Comment tool is important when collaborating. Figma allows you to share your file in view-only mode, giving those users comment access. Next are Actions. Mostly these are AI tools meant to speed up your design process. If you want to pick apart a Figma file, try First Draft, which gives you a template based on your prompt. Let's look at the Properties panel in detail. In the Properties panel, you can view, add, remove, or change the properties of objects within your design. These options change depending on the item you select. If nothing is selected on the canvas, you'll be able to do the following from the Design tab: access styles and variables that are local to the file, update the background color of the canvas, and export your entire page. With the frame selected, you'll see its position, its alignment, and if it's using auto layout, which we'll get to in a minute. You'll also see its appearance, fill color, opacity, effects. The thing you'll see often is the ability to create a style out of just about anything in the Properties panel. Plan ahead and your work will go quickly and easily. Before we begin, we'll create an asset page so we have styles for our fonts, colors, and images. These will then form a library for our brand, Trailblazers. Let's add a vector logo by dragging it onto the canvas. Figma automatically puts it inside of a frame. To resize the logo, you can either go down to the Scale tool or hit Command K. Now you can resize it using one of the corners and keep its proportions while you drag. You can also go down here and change the size manually. Now I'll add copy from our mock and save the styles so we can reuse them easily. To do this, all you have to do is select your copy and then go down to the typography section and hit Apply Styles, and then hit the plus sign to create style. Go ahead and name it and hit Create Style. Next up, brand colors. We'll set up some swatches from our mock. When you save color styles, they're global, so you can change them once and the whole document updates. Let's bring in some product photos. In Figma, images aren't linked to the original file. They're embedded right into your design. We'll start by creating a frame and then fill it with a product photo. And we'll add a gradient fill on top. You can add multiple fills on a single frame. Next, we'll add a corner radius. And finally, we'll save it as a style. Next up, components. They're reusable and editable everywhere. We'll take the product cards and create a component out of them so it's easy to duplicate and change them locally. Underneath the product image, I've added the color and the name of the product and price. So now we have the information we need for each product. I'm going to go ahead and make this into a component, and we'll be able to modify each one for each product. I'm going to right click on product and go to create component. So now that we have one product, let's create the other variables. Right click on product again, and I'm going to go down to main component, add variant. We're introducing a variant, which is color, and the value, which is orange. I'm going to continue making the other variants for the other product colors. Let's also create a component out of our logo. We'll right-click on the frame and create component. Now let's create another variant. Main component, add variant. So in this case, maybe we want this logo, instead of being white, to be green instead. So our property is color, and our default is white, and our variant is green. This way, anywhere we have the logo, we could change it to green from white. So now that our brand is really coming together, we can save out a library so that when we create other projects, we'll keep everything on brand. Go to the Assets tab, and then hit this little library book icon. What you're going to do is hit Publish, and this way you'll be able to keep on brand no matter what you do. And you can see all the items that are going to get included in this library, including font styles, colors, and our components. Now that we've saved some styles and assets, we'll plug everything together. We'll start with the frame tool, and we'll go and select a preset. In this case, we're going to choose desktop, and then desktop 1440 by 1024. There's a variety of presets, including phone, tablet, and even paper. Next, we'll use auto layout. With auto layout, your design adapts automatically to new content. Watch what happens in our mock when I add more copy. The frame expands while keeping the spacing intact. Let's add 4 auto layout sections: the logo header, the hero section, the product carousel, and the call to action. So we'll start off with the logo header. We're going to choose our green color for the background, and then we're going to place our logo. Because we saved our logo out as a component, we're going to find it in the Assets tab, clicking on our page, and then you'll see the logo. Just drag it onto the page. Next, we're going to change the alignment so it's in the center. Next comes our hero section. We have some copy to paste in our H1 style. Next, we'll add some padding. Next, we'll add in a large product image and some body copy. So we've got our first couple of sections finished. Now that we've started adding some elements to our page, we should go over some of the options you have for viewing those elements. First off, if you hold down the Option key while you hover over your object and another object, you can get the distance between those two objects, or the margin to the edge of the page. You can also go up to View and hit Rulers and drag down guides from the top of the page. The other thing you can do is create layout guides. You can do this by hitting Add Layout Guide, and you can either choose a grid or columns or rows. For instance, you can use columns, and if you know you have a 48 pixel margin, it will align the columns to match. Next up, the product section. For the product carousel, we have 3 product cards. I'm going to go up to our Assets panel and insert 3 instances of our product card. For the first one, we're going to change this color to be green. The second one, we're going to change this color to be black. And the last one we have as the orange. For our call to action section, we will add in some copy, then a section for the background image and form. We'll use auto layout to center the copy, form, and socials. And there you have it, a full landing page. I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial and new ways to create in Figma.